Diddy trial, day 10. You know I've got the details. On the stand today, we have Capricorn Clark, who started working for Bad Boy Records in 2004 and worked for Sean Combs until 2020. She recalled when Sean threatened to kill her. She says that her and head of security Uncle Polly were walking through Central Park in New York City. Sean brought up Suge Knight. Clark described Sean's calm demeanor in expressing his anger over learning that she had worked for Death Row Records. The prosecution asked her if she took the threat serious, and she said very serious. She also recalled a threat he had made regarding 50 Cent. In case you didn't know, these two hate each other, but 50 Cent is hilarious. If you don't follow him on Instagram, do yourself a favor. Apparently, after Sean and 50 finished doing press for MTV, Sean told his manager he was having issues with 50 and punctuated the chat with, "I like guns." Not this man giving another employee a lie detector test. She says that Sean had asked her to bring some jewelry to the airport, and she didn't realize that the jewelry was already gone until she got to the airport. She was then brought to an office building in New York City that she did not recognize and questioned for hours. A heavy-set man on the sixth floor of the building told her she was going to have to take a lie detector test, and if she failed, she was going to be thrown in the East River. The first test came back inconclusive, and she was threatened again to be thrown into the East River. She was brought home and forced back the next day, saying she was told by Sean's security she was not free to leave until she was cleared of any wrongdoing. She said it took 5 days of testing. She didn't want to go through it, but at the same time, she wanted to prove her innocence. She said that working for Sean caused her stress related alopecia, losing hair for a 55,000 salaried job, working 7 to 4, doing everything from research to fetching dry cleaning and food. She said sometimes she would have to prep the hotel rooms for Sean, unpack his clothing, make sure his personal belongings were in place, things like baby oil, small cameras, rugs. She also had to set up IV drips for him and Cassie, which would help them recover from rug use. She testified how Sean would make Cassie obediently move to his command. That one time Sean summoned his girlfriend Cassie into the room, had her sit down, stand up, and turn around. Clark said that Sean then allegedly added, "You bitches don't want to do that, and that's why you don't have a man." Capricorn Clark testified to the court that while Sean usually obtained rugs on his own, she was sometimes asked to get substances for him. He once made her find white powder when they were in France. He would also ask her to get prescriptions in her name, but he would pay for it. She recalled an incident in 2006 at his Miami house where he shoved her. Capricorn used her hands in a shoving motion when describing the enraged Sean allegedly pushed her around while saying, "If you hate it here, then get the F out of my house." She also testified that she's the one that told Cassie to get a burner phone when talking to Kid Cudi because she was concerned that Sean would find out. She says she took Cassie to Best Buy to buy a phone because she feared Cassie was going to get us all killed. She then recalls the incident from December 22nd, 2011, when Sean banged on her apartment door, enraged about going to confront Cuddy. She says that Sean was visibly furious, his pants split at the crotch. He was pacing back and forth with a firearm, saying, "Get dressed, we're going to kill Cuddy." This testimony is crucial for the government's racketeering case because the prosecutors can show that Sean marshaled his company's resources for a criminal action. She said she's sitting in the car at Cuddy's house and Sean had accessed the main door. She called Cassie from the car and told her that Sean came to Cuddy's house to kill him. She said Sean came back to the car, asked her for her phone, and called the last number in the call history. He then ordered her to call Cassie to let her know Sean had her and that he wasn't going to let Clark go until Cassie came. Cassie calmly agreed. Clark testified that Clark went to pick Cassie up. They returned together to Sean's house, where Sean allegedly told them not to speak to police and urged them to convince Cuddy to not tell police either. Clark testified that when her and Cassie returned to the home, Sean beat her and kicked her repeatedly, wearing only a robe and underwear. She told the court that Sean came at her 100% full force, repeatedly kicking her while she was crouched more and more into a fetal position. Cassie was crying quietly as Combs kicked her in the back over and over. She said that Sean told her if she intervened, he would attack her next. She added that no one on Sean's security team intervened to stop the attack. She said when no one on Sean's inner circle stepped in to stop the beating, she had no other option but to call Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother. She said she recalled calling her and saying, "He's beating the shit out of your daughter. I'm in over my head. Please help her. I can't call the police, but you can." She said that Sean was angry, upset, and wanting to know when Clark knew about Cassie and Cuddy and why she didn't tell him. He looked at them and said, "I should kill you bitches." After the incident, Diddy fired Capricorn Clark and threatened that she would never work again and that he would make her want to kill herself. She returned to work for Combs in 2016. At this point, they break for lunch. I'll be back in the afternoon with the rest of the testimony.